Good night. How are you? Welcome to my channel. And guys, don't forget to like the channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed to this channel. Now, how are you guys tonight? I hope you're doing well. I hope everything is going okay. I hope you guys are having a fabulous Sunday evening or Sunday night. It's 9:02 p.m. here. February 22nd. I hope you guys are having a wonderful night. A lot of us are snowed in. A lot of us are snowed in and will be. The snow started here already and will be snowed in. The kids' school are already canceled. And this winter has been really, we've had this winter like this long time ago, maybe in the 90s, but I have not seen the weather this bad in a while. So I guess the weather is making up for what we missed in the past few years or, in the past 10 years. I have not seen the weather this bad in a while. And the snow is really crazy. The good thing now is that it's not that cold outside. It was snowing earlier when I was outside, and the snow was out. The snow was wet. It was not sticking. Hi, how are you, Paulindo? The snow was not sticking, but we're supposed to be snowed in for it started snowing already, and it's supposed to be snowing until tomorrow, all day tomorrow. So this has been the worst winter in a while. What do you guys think is going on? Is it global warming? What is happening? Are they messing with the weather? It just have not been this bad in a long time. And I'm over winter. I'm ready for spring because since it snowed a few weeks ago, it's been all white outside. The white snow have not let up. The snow didn't melt. It did shrink down a little, but my backyard, my front yard, snow everywhere. The entire neighborhood, snow everywhere. Snow all over the place. That's great. You're doing good tonight. How is the weather where you're at? How is the weather? The weather, I hope you're having good weather. We're just having snow, and I hope everyone is staying safe in the snow. If you're in a region where it's snowing, I hope you're staying safe. I hope you have all your groceries, all your medicine, everything to keep you safe and warm in your house. Make sure your oil tanks are filled up, you have your gas and everything. Oh, you're lucky there's no snow. This snow has been around for about, I would say, 2 to 3 weeks. It's been white outside. It's been very tall. It eventually started to shrink. However, it's coming back. It's supposed to snow all day. Schools are canceled. Jobs are calling to say stay home if you're working from home. And people are, you know, And guys, in a state of emergency, don't try to go out and drive because that's ridiculous. You love your job that much that you're going to go out and drive in the snow. No, I'm going to call out. I've never went to a job before in the snow. One time we were in the office and they asked us, it started snowing. The weather, hi, how are you? How are you? So one time we were at work and they said we were going to have a bad snowstorm. I think it was about maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And our employer didn't listen to the weather people. And it was so bad that normally it takes me 45, I would say 30 to 45 minutes to get home from work in the evening. But when there's no traffic, it takes about 20 minutes. Now, because my employer did not listen, that snowstorm was so bad that that day it took me about 4 hours to get home from work. 4 hours. The traffic was so bad. The roads were full. People were just going crazy because the snowstorm was really bad. You could not drive fast or anything. The traffic was bad. And it took me about 4 hours. A 20 to 30 minute drive took 4 hours to get home because of a bad snowstorm. So I feel like employers have learned their lesson since then in my state, that when they say there's a snowstorm, don't let your workers stay home. Keep them off the road unless it's like an essential worker. Unless it's an essential worker, then they must stay home. Do I prefer money over love? That's a good question. I money or love. I rather both, but if you love me, you have to come with money. I'm so sorry because I need money for the things I like to do. Without money, what else can I do, you know? Which one? Was it last night? Paulindo? Thank you. I don't know what I was talking about. Sometimes I have to go back and watch and oh, last night when I was on, okay, about, yes, thank you so much. You weren't on because I went on so late. So last night I was not here. I went out of town and now we're back. And I'm happy to be back home because this we would have been stuck. Now, guys, please don't forget to like my live. We would have been okay. Yes, thank you. Yeah, that was my anniversary dress. I had an anniversary dinner. So, thank you. Yeah, sometimes when I'm home, I just look like this. I don't need to dress up at home, but when I get a chance to have a celebration or go out, I do get dressed. So, thank you for that. Now, yes, we were having a very bad snowstorm, and my employer didn't listen, and we were stuck on the road for 4 hours. It was terrible. It was like the worst drive home ever that I've had. It was my worst drive home in the history of working. Now, guys, please don't forget to like my live in the history of working. So employers, if you hear there's a bad snowstorm, don't let your employees come into the office. Don't let them come out of their house because it's a detriment. It's dangerous. It's very risky to their lives. So hopefully no one is out tomorrow. Hopefully everyone is home. Hopefully you stay safe. If you live in the Northeast or you live in a region where it's going to snow, stay safe. Stay home. Do not drive out of your house. Your family needs you more than work. You know, your family needs you more than work because when we're gone, your employers will replace you. They don't care that you just need them because you need money, but do they really need you? They don't really need us because they can always replace you with another person, replace your position. So with this bad snowstorm, it's supposed to be snowing all day. Please don't forget to stay home. Well, well, everyone looks different. I would hope not, Paulindo. I would hope not. But I hope everyone stay home. I hope everyone stay home tomorrow. If you have sick days, call out and don't drive in the snow. This is not a shower cap, hon. This is a bonnet for my hair. But I hope you guys stay home tomorrow and stay safe. Driving in the snow is very dangerous, is very risky, and I don't condone anyone driving the snow. Regardless if you have like a tractor truck or whatever, don't drive in the snow. It's not good. It's dangerous. And can you believe that we're still having these bad snowstorms? It's almost March, and we've been getting snowstorms back to back to back to back. I don't understand. It's like I'm ready for the snow to be done. I'm ready for the snow to be done. I will definitely stay home. I am not going out in the snow. And I'm happy. The schools were very smart. They canceled the schools already. They called us at about 10 a.m. this morning to cancel. So they were smart. I thought they were bluffing me personally, but then when I saw that the snow started around 5 p.m., I knew they weren't bluffing because the weatherman sometimes they get it wrong, but they haven't been getting it wrong. Um, they haven't been getting it wrong. They haven't been getting it wrong. That is a door. It enters the way to my secret closet. It's a door. Sometime I shrink and I go into my closet and disappear from my family. It can only be locked from inside. So that is my secret door. Oh, John, I don't keep exes, hun. Now, for people who worry about exes, I am not that type of person. Now, guys, please don't forget to like my live and subscribe to my channel. I don't focus on exes. Hi, hello. How are you, Aldit? Ada or Ada. You can't find a woman being at home. You have to definitely go out on a date. You have to take yourself out there. I was speaking to one of my friends and she was wondering, she is an older person too. She's in her 60s. They say coworkers can become friends. So she is in her 60s and she's single and she's like, I don't want to be single. So I was telling her, you cannot stay home if you want to find a gentleman. And yes, people do date at an older age. You have to go out. You have to force yourself to go to events, go to functions in order to meet someone. You will not meet someone at home, or you can find someone through a family member or friend if they know a friend. A lot of people find love that way, but most of the time you have to put yourself out there if you're looking for love, and I hope you find love. You cannot stay home and find love unless you want to do online dating. Online dating works for some people, but it does not work for everyone. I have way back when I was single, I have this horrible experience with online dating. I was talking to the gentleman, very nice, and then he wanted something to meet for me to meet him somewhere, and I said, no, I'm not meeting you there. And he started calling me the B word and everything because I rejected him. I had to block him. So after that experience, I just like, no, online dating will not work. Online dating will not work for me. However, I've had friends and coworkers who online dated have work and they are married to the love of their life. They are married to the love of their life. Online dating did work, and I feel like if you want to take the chance to online date, go ahead and online date. It may work for you. It may work for you. I know. Don't we hate the postman that comes to give bills? Right. Paul Lindo, you have to go out to events that you might feel uncomfortable with. You have to think of the woman that you want, or the type of woman that you want, and then go out to find her. That's the thing with dating. You have to put yourself out there. You can try online dating. They have some nice people out there, but with dating, you have to put yourself out there, and you cannot stay home and date. You have to put yourself out there if you want to settle down with someone. A lot of people stay home, but summertime is almost here where most people will be out there putting themselves out there. dating. A lot of people are getting scared to date in 2026, but don't be scared. The person for you is out there. They're out there somewhere, and you'll meet them. If you're a nice, genuine person, you will meet that person that's meant for you. So that's all I want to say. You will meet that person that's meant for you. Okay? You will. Now, don't forget to like my live, guys. The days are better. We have to learn to be happy regardless of if we have snow or if we have warm weather. We have to learn to be happy and keep ourselves contented because life is short. Life is short. I just heard a coworker passed away the other day. And it was sad, like I was telling you guys with employers. No, she passed away, but her job will be replaced. So, and you know what? With big corporations, they're not going to post, if you're just a regular worker, they're not going to post you or celebrate you the way they should, like if you're a big executive. So, learn to enjoy your life, learn to enjoy every moment, enjoy the journey because we're not always going to be here. So, regardless of if it's snow or if it's sleet or if it's raining, learn to enjoy your life. Yesterday we celebrated our anniversary and we dressed up, we ate and everything, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful because we had time together. So try to enjoy your time with the people you love and try to enjoy every moment. And that is what I'm trying to do in 2026. I'm trying to live a peaceful life and trying to enjoy the moment with the people that I love. Trying to have experiences because sometimes we get so busy and wrapped up in our thoughts, in our mind, that we're just stuck at home. We don't make time to celebrate, have fun with the people in our lives. And people can be family and friends that are not living in your home or with your family within your home. Learn to take trips with them, do activities with them, do things where you guys connect and do things where you can get to know your family because your family change. You might live with your family, but your family change, go through seasons. There are different people, different periods in their life. So they change, get to know them and don't judge them if they're going through something because you know what? People are your family, yes, but family members are humans. Even if they live in your household, they go through stuff. They go through emotional, you know, they go through emotional pains just like you do. They go through emotion. Their emotions are up and down. Right. When you're single, you can do whatever you want. When I'm away and I don't have my family with me, when I have free time, like say I take a girls trip and I have my own room, I can do whatever I want. I don't have to answer to a husband, to my kids. It's all about Carla. Sometimes I miss those days, but you'll be lonely I'll be lonely. I can't, I love my family, so I couldn't imagine life without them. But when I get a break, I absolutely enjoy it. Paulindo, I can attest that I do. When I'm in my house by myself, honey, you can do whatever you want. I don't judge. I read and I don't judge because we all do that. We all do that when we're by ourselves. So it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. We all do that. That's why sometimes, when I'm home alone, I do whatever. You do whatever when you're home alone, right? So enjoy your time being single because when you have your partner, you have to adjust to them. You guys have to compromise. You'll have to change some of your ways. So you can enjoy your time now, but if you do seriously want a partner, you have to go out. You have to go out and put yourself out there. You will not find someone sitting at home in your living room unless you're okay with online dating. If you're okay with online dating, yes, you'll find someone, but overall, you have to put yourself out there. And there's plenty ways of putting yourself out there. Going out with your friends. I don't know if you go to the library, enroll in school. You do hair, so hope maybe a female will come in to get her haircut. I don't know. Right. Sometimes I love my alone time, but not always because I'm very much like to talk to people and be around people. But yes, I like to read too, but I said I need to read more. I used to read a lot more when I had more free time, and I definitely need to read more. But we have to learn how to enjoy ourselves, enjoy the moment, enjoy the journey in life because we won't have these moments. I enjoy talking to you guys on live. I enjoy you guys coming on to me, talking to me about your lives. It's so intriguing to me, trust me. It's very intriguing getting to know, my friends on the internet. Um, it's intriguing even though we're in different countries, but it's interesting. Life is very interesting if you around and think about life. It's very interesting. I think we're all connected. We all should, respect one another. We're all connected. We're all connected in some way. And it's so funny how the internet, YouTube have connected us from afar. You're in Italy, there's people in New York, there's people in Canada, I'm in Connecticut, USA, there's people in Africa, people in Jamaica. It's just very interesting. And whoever created the internet, it's really a good thing. It's a good and a bad thing. So and it's a bad thing for people taking advantage or, you know, doing things to children or scamming others. It's bad in that way, but the way that you can connect to people all over, I think that's so cool. That's so dope. So, guys, just stay safe. I didn't have much to chat about. Stay safe and just enjoy. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. Yes, enjoy the journey. Enjoy, life because life is beautiful. Life is really beautiful. And life can be beautiful if you enjoy the moment and don't think about all the noise and the people around you. Stop caring. I always say stop caring about what others think, and that's true. Stop caring about what people think. Stop caring about how people perceive you because you know what? Your life is for you, your walk is for you. Stop caring about what people think, especially as an adult. So worry about yourself and your family, and you'll have a wonderful life. If you worry about yourself and your family and the people who genuinely cares about you, you'll have a beautiful life. Life is beautiful. A lot of people, family and friends, it's like they will release themselves from you because they're not in the same space as you. Maybe they're going through something traumatic or not at a good season in their life. They'll disconnect from you. But I feel like that's not good because family should always be forever and genuine friends should always be forever. Don't disconnect from is people that are good in your life and good to you. Yes, we all go through things, but don't take it out on others. Yeah, it's hard. I understand that we all go through emotional things and we all feel down a little bit. One minute we're up, one minute we're down, and not everyone go through that, but every human on earth have to go through something in life because you know what? When you go through things that build your character, it builds you. But I'm pretty much basically saying don't take out what if you're going through a tough time, don't take it out on others because you never know what someone else is going through. You can be having a bad day, and yes, that other person may be having a bad day too. You never know. Yes, life is hard, but you don't have to take out your hardness or whatever you're going through at the moment on someone else, because you know what, we're all trying to survive on earth. We're all going through something. No one is perfect and no one's life is perfect. No matter how much they portray perfection, there's no one's life that's perfect. Everyone is going through something that they're not happy with, they're not proud of. So it's best that we be nice to people. We're cordial and we treat people how we want to be treated, because at the end of the day, we all have to try to be strong for ourselves and the people around us. At the end of the day, we all have to get up and go to work, even if we don't feel like it. At the end of the day, we have to feed our children, make sure they're in bed, make sure they do their homework if we don't feel like doing it. We all go through things. They have Instagram memes where mothers, when they're breaking down and crying and having a bad day, and then their kids reach out to them and need them, they have to serve their children, but they have to hide the fact that they're having a bad day or having an emotional day, because kids are not supposed to see that you're crying over whatever. Whatever you're crying about, you're not supposed to show it in front of your kids, you know? Because they don't understand all the time and they don't want to see that their mommy or daddy's crying or having a tough day. And some people will be very negative or shout and bark at their kids because they're having a bad day. But we have to try to not take it or whatever we're going through out on other people, because that will impact relationships and that will hurt relationships. And when you take things out on others, you cannot take back that moment. You cannot take that back that time. Yes, we all get angry, but you have to learn how to have emotional intelligence in order to respect others around you, because some people will lash out. They just lash out, and those moments will never be erased from your mind. People remember negative over positive. So people remember bad things over good things. Sorry, I'm coughing. People will remember the bad things over the good things. So you can do a million good things for a person, you know, a million. But the one time you do one bad thing or make them feel a certain way, all the good things are washed away. Sorry, guys, I'm coughing. All the good things are washed away once you do one bad thing. So always remember the good people do for you, and don't take your problems out on other people. Hi, Piper. How are you? Don't forget to like my live. How are you tonight? Right. The mind remembers bad things over good things. You're so right. The mind remembers bad things over good things. You're so correct. You are so right. You know, the mind remembers trauma. That's why we have to be conscious of how we treat people and how we make them feel. Because, like I said, we can do a million good things to someone. However, one bad thing and all the good things that you did or said to them is wiped out. And a lot of people are very sensitive. They're so sensitive. You can be joking, but they take it so serious sometimes. Hi, Grace. You want to join me to talk? How are you, Grace? You want to join to talk? Did you like and subscribe to my channel, Grace? Did you like and subscribe? I can't add you on this chat because the way this chat is set up, it's only set up for only me talking. But if you do want to talk, I can start another live where we can talk. If you're very serious about that, I can do that. My day of cooking, I did not cook today because I was not in town. I was 2 hours away and I did not cook. Paulindo, you can come and chat with us too. You can come and chat with us too. If you guys want to really join and talk with me, I can schedule a day where we all can come on and talk. You know, I don't have a problem with that. We can pick a It's where you can join the live. I can do it where others can come in and talk. You don't just have to see my face or hear my voice. You can hear other people's opinion, or if you guys ever want to do that, you can certainly come on. I don't mind. Hi, Emmanuel. How are you tonight? How are you guys tonight? I hope you're doing well. We're snowed in here. We're stuck at home, but I don't mind being stuck at home with my family. You know, I love my home and I love being here. And in the winter, I don't mind being inside. Okay. It's like you can come on the live as well. So that's what she's talking about, but you would have to do that prior. I would have to set it up that way where she can come in and chat. I had one friend come in and chat, but I have not seen him on the live for a while. I hope they're doing good though. I hope they're doing good. And guys, thank you so much for coming on to my live. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. It's great talking to you guys tonight. Thank you guys for coming on thank you guys for coming on, and it's great talking to you guys tonight. I hope you guys are having a wonderful night. I hope you're having a beautiful night. I feel like my voice is pretty much almost gone because I was screaming at a sport event today. My voice is just almost gone. But I hope everyone is doing well. If you want to join, just let me know and I will add you to the chat. If you want to join the chat, let me know and I will add you to the chat. But I can't believe it's been snowing so much. It's been snowing so much. You know? Hi, Jermaine. How are you? How are you tonight? How are you tonight, Jermaine? I feel like I've lost my voice. Are you a parent that goes to a sporting event and you scream the loudest? I went to a sporting event today and I swear the lady was so small. She almost lost her voice and she just screamed for her son. I do the same way. I scream so loud. And my kids are telling me to stop doing that because they don't want me to lose my voice. But I scream so loud. I can't help it. Once you start seeing your kids playing sport, you just start screaming. So I feel with that, my voice, I am losing my voice. I'm happy you're doing well, Jermaine. It's a beautiful day to be doing well. Today's a wonderful day. I'm happy that you're doing well. I'm so happy you're doing good. It's a beautiful day. All the kids are so happy because they're stuck at home and they don't have to go to school. I'm naturally a Jamaican. I am Jamaican, but I live in the United States. You're from Cameroon. That's nice. What part of Africa is Cameroon in, by the way? What part of Africa is Cameroon? Is that close to Ghana? Is that in West Africa? Is that close to Ghana? Is that in West Africa? Oh, wow. Oh, so it's next to Nigeria, Central Africa. How are you, Olawu? Hi, I am Do. How are you? I hope you guys are doing well. Guys, don't forget to like my live and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like the live and subscribe to my channel. So earlier, someone asked me if my door in the back of me is the door leading to my ex's. And I am someone that tells you I do not deal with exes. Like exes and I believe once an ex is an ex is an ex. I don't go back to exes. Do you guys go back to exes? Of course. You're my internet friend, so make sure you like and subscribe to my channel so that we can always chat on the internet. I can come on here. If you guys want to join my live, you can certainly can. Now, people talk about going back to exes. If you're somebody who can go back to exes, that I commend you on that. I think it's so great when someone leave a person, go back to them and form a long-term relationship. But I did not have that capability in my lifetime. I cannot leave an ex and go back to an ex because I will always remember the negative things that you did to me and the trauma, and I wouldn't want to go back to that. But some people, they're able to change and move forward with a new relationship. So I commend people that do that, but I am not that type of person. I cannot go back with an ex. I don't keep exes a bay. I'm not friends with any ex, so not with my exes. So everyone is different. However, some people can go back with an ex. Some people can be friends with an ex. Some people stay friends with their ex's family. People are just different to me, and that's okay. If you're that type of person, go right ahead. But I'm not that type of person. I cannot go back to an ex, and I commend people who can because that's a strong skill to go back to somebody who have hurt you. Guys, don't forget to like my live. I would really appreciate it. Don't forget to like my live and subscribe. Hi, Carrie. How are you? So if you go back to an ex, let me know, and that will be very interesting. And tell me why you went back with an ex, and was the relationship a long-term relationship after? Are you still with that person? Because I cannot go back with an ex. I can't because I feel like once you leave an ex, You're supposed to move on to evolution. You're supposed to move on to the next stage of life. And that's how it should be. You're supposed to move on. You're not supposed to be with an ex. An ex is an ex. There's someone from the past. There's someone you're no longer with. There's someone that you dealt with back in the past. So try to move on to the future. Move on. Why are people so hung up on exes? I don't know. If someone did not please you in a certain way, did not fulfill you in a certain way, did not lead your life in the way that it's supposed to be led, why are you hung up on them? Tell me, why are you guys hung up on an ex? It's not making any sense to me, actually. Give me a moment, guys. Okay, you're friends with an ex. I guess some people can be friends with an ex, but some women will not like that if you're friends with an ex. Some women will not like if you're friends with an ex because to her, you guys still have some sort of potential to be something that you're not. So some women will not, if you're dating or moving on, they will not like. But if you're a mature person, I guess so. If I have an ex, it's normally they want to, they want something. Hi, Sunday. How are you? Is that your really name? Your real name, Sunday? Good morning. That's a nice name, Sunday. That's a nice name. I'm gonna sit back because my back. So that's a nice name, Sunday. So, guys, don't forget to like my channel and subscribe. Where are you located, Sunday? Where are you located? Now, if you're older and mature, I guess you can continue to be friends with an ex. It's just based on your relationship and if you have respect because you will be moving on to a new partner. You will be moving on to a new partner and the partner may not like it. What country is that? Is that Italy or I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Can you guys see me because I can't see myself? So it's Nigeria. It's Nigeria, huh? Can you guys see me because my screen is black, so I cannot see myself on the camera. So Nigeria, huh? Nice. Nigeria is a country that I would love to visit someday. That is like one of my bucket list countries to visit. I just love the culture in Nigeria. But I didn't memorize the flag. I'm so sorry for that. I cannot see myself. Yeah, I would love to come to Nigeria. That's just one of the countries that I would love to go to. It's a bucket list country. I just think I'm Jamaican, so I think Nigerians are related to Jamaica. We are very similar. We're very similar people. And I just think it would be great to come to Nigeria someday. And I hopefully I can come to Nigeria someday. It will be a wonderful thing for me to come to Nigeria. Hopefully. Yeah, we're pretty much connected, Nigerians and Jamaicans. We're pretty much one and the same. Ooh. So, guys, anything else you guys want to talk about tonight? If not, then I will have to go for tonight. Married. I'm already married, hon. I'm already married. I can't marry anyone else. I cannot marry anyone else. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. I can't marry anyone else. But that's all I would like to talk about for tonight. I do thank you guys for coming on to my live. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Keep in touch. I'll probably try to come on tomorrow. I try to come on now. You want me to search for someone here for you in the US? How old are you, Sunday? How old are you? How old are you? You want me to search for someone? You'd like me to search for someone for you? Oh, you're so young. So you're at your prime. So you're at a perfect age to search for someone at 26, find someone, get married to them, and have your kids in your 30s. So you're perfect. So I hope you can find someone. I don't know anyone here because I am much older. I don't know any 26 single-year-old people, but people are very, sometimes people don't allow you to hook them up with strangers because you're pretty much a stranger. So my friends would not allow me to hook them up because I don't know you personally. I know my friends. I know my friends, so that will be very awkward for me to hook you up to them. That would be awkward. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful night. It's such a beautiful day. There's so much people that will try to interrupt your peace, guys, but don't let them. There's people who try to interrupt your day, they try to disrupt your life, and so many people who are sent your way to do that. Because you know what? People in general, some of them are not happy, so they try to take their unhappiness out on you. And you have to notice the signs, and you have to learn how to maneuver and how to adapt to people. But don't let someone come into your life and they're not peaceful and they don't mean anything good for your life. And also, if you have friends, stop calling your friends just to do things for you. You don't call your friend you don't check on your friends. You don't say, how are you doing? How is your week? How is your day? Today's my anniversary. Some of my friends haven't even texted or called or said happy anniversary, and they were at my wedding. And those type of people will say they're your friends. They're not your friends. Some people are not your friends because if they know what's important to you and they don't do it, then how can they be your friend? If you know something is important to me and you don't do it, then sorry there, you're not my friend. You don't like me, pretty much. You don't like me. Just like a man gives signs that they don't like you, a female can do the same. They'll give signs that they don't like you as a friend. So you just have to listen. You have to listen. You have to listen. You have to listen to your intuition and listen to your thoughts. Do you guys listen to your intuition? My intuition never deceives me. My intuition, it always come to pass. So when my intuition tells me something is wrong, it's wrong. Yeah, you have to listen to your intuition because when your intuition tell you something is wrong, it's wrong. Some people, they are just in your life to ruin your life. I'm trying to tell you guys, it's so true. There's people in your life who they don't uplift you. Nothing about them is good. They're using you to get ahead, and you cannot get ahead with them. Like they cannot benefit nothing a part of your life because they're doing thing they just can't. There's people who cannot benefit you. Now, a lot of people will think people are bougie or fake if they cut off people who are, I wouldn't say people are less than or more than, but I would say there's people in your life who are just there to leech off of you, to drag you down, to take your resources. And you have to have common sense and be open, have knowledge about who's around you, because people will pretend they're your friend. They will pretend they like you, but their actions clearly say you're an enemy to them. So if you don't have discernment of the people around you, then that will be your problem, especially if you're getting older. You have to have discernment of who's coming into your life. And if you keep keeping the same people in your life that's no good to you, then the problem is on you. The joke is on you, because you have seen sign that these people are not good, and you keep keeping them in your life. Why? You have a fear of detachment. You have a fear of detachment basically because you don't want to detach from people. Hi Grace, how are you? You don't want to detach from people who are no good to you. You don't want to detach from people who they have said over and over again, you don't mean anything to me. You just pretty much want to. My eyes are not dropping. No, I normally with live you can see yourself on the camera, but I'm seeing a black screen. I don't know if I should get out and go back in. Can't even see myself. I don't know what's happening. But you have to have discernment of who enters your life, you know? Have discernment. But you're right, Sunday. I had a night last night. Last night I celebrated my anniversary, so it was a fun night. And tonight I'm very exhausted, and I have to work, but it's a snow day, so who knows? Hi, Talu. How are you, Tala? How are you? And Grace, if you'd like to come on my live, then maybe tomorrow, just post on my community tab and then we can schedule a live and I'll pick a topic that we can talk about. But I don't know you, so I would have to get to know you a little bit. You can send me an Instagram or an Instagram message so that we can talk a little bit and then we can come on live together. So, but tonight I will not be able to go on live with you because the link have to be set up and the link was not set up initially for this live, so I cannot have a link for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Sunday. I do. I appreciate it. Now, yeah, we have to have discernment of who we're allowing in our life, because some people will just come to take. They're not given, and they don't see you as special to treat you. You may treat yourself special, but there's people who come into your life and they don't see you the way you see yourself. And if people don't see you the way you see yourself, you have to detach from them. Because guys, in my eyes, I'm a queen. I'm a star. I wouldn't say star. In my life, I'm a queen. I take care of myself. My husband takes care of me. I am number one in my life. I come before my children, because if I don't take care of myself, I can't take care of my kids. I cannot take care of my husband. I cannot take care of anybody around me. So if someone wants to come into my life and not treat me how I deserve to be treated, then I will have to get rid of them. I have to get rid of them. Yeah, thank you, Sunday. Yeah, thank you so much. Because there's some people who are on here and they just prefer for to say nasty things, but it's okay. So there's people who they just come into your life to bring you and drag you down. And the weird thing is, when you are a mother, when you are someone who is a parent, why are you a mother and still trying to use others? You're not afraid that the karma will come back to your kids. You're not afraid that the karma will come back to your kids. High behavioral finance. Thank you so much. Yeah, I can bot them. Who's that? Kalia. Killa. You're. Yes, I'm Jamaican. I am Jamaican. Oh, no, Sunday. No. No way. That can't happen. I'm sorry. I don't know why you would ask that. That is so strange. Yes, I'm Jamaican. I am Jamaican. I'm of a Jamaican descent, but I live in the US. Hi, Fred Washington. How are you tonight? But you have to have discernment. And I don't understand how people are not afraid of karma. You know, a lot of people are not afraid of karma and they're not afraid of bad things happening to their family or children. But I fear karma. I fear God. So I have to think about the things that I do and how I treat others because I don't want that to come back on my children. I'm on live. I try to go on live maybe 2 to 3 times a week. When I'm in a good mood, I will try to go on daily. It's the weekend, so mostly on the weekends, I try to go on maybe once a day. In the week, my kids have events like practices, so when I'm waiting, I'm normally talking to another parent or I'm outside in my car talking, so that's how I have time. Plasma zombie. I really think that have the evil in this world do take over. It's just the way things are in the world, it's just baffling. And the way people's minds are, it's just baffling. They don't understand that their actions are not right. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but people don't get that their actions are not right. Yes, I do behavioral finance. What about you? Yes, I try to live a clean life as well because I fear the Most High and I fear karma. I hope all the good deeds that I do will carry out to my children because some people are very wicked and evil and they don't care about their evil actions because to them, they don't care about karma and they don't care about the consequences of their actions. People will continue to do evil over and over and over again. They'll use you, they'll manipulate you, they will. And it's like in life, we're supposed to elevate and grow. And there's people who will not grow and elevate. And when you tell them, like, you're wondering, wow, you're getting older, but you're the same as how I met you like 20 years ago or 10 years ago, it's very strange and baffling that people don't change. People on earth don't change and they're okay with their toxic habits and their toxic behaviors. You can tell them that, you can say in their face, you're toxic. Yes, I'm married. I do have children, young children. I have two young children, 12 and 9. He will be 10. So I'm Christian, but I'm not like deep into my faith the way I should be. I need to read the Bible more and go to church more. I don't do that as much as I should. I don't do that as much as I should, but in 2026, I need to become more deep rooted into God, into my faith, because there's so much things around us that try to take us out of our element, try to take us out of our character, that you need to be grounded, you need to be rooted, you need to be strong to face those forces. You know, when they say evil will come to attack you, it's true. You can be a good person, you can be living a good life, but the devil will send bad people to you. They'll send people who are just mean and nasty, people who are users, abusers, manipulator. And you have to be strong. No matter how nice you are, you cannot let these people overpower you. Yeah, I really truly believe that evil seeks evil because you can be good, you can be living in peace, and evil will come for you. And, you know, that evil will make you act out of character. They'll make you act like somebody you don't even know. Behavioral. Where do you live, behavioral finance? And no, I'm not having any more kids. No, not in this lifetime. I just not having any more kids. I did not have a good pregnancy experience. And no, I would not do it again. But that would be the only reason why I would have another child, to have a good experience where I was treated properly when I was pregnant. But that's neither here nor there. My kids are here. I love them to death. But I just didn't have a good experience when it comes to being treated properly while I was pregnant. So yeah, evil do seeks evil. I do believe that, but what I do, I learn to forgive people and I learn to move on and forget. Not forget, but forgive. And that's why I am someone who can elevate, and I can elevate. I'm very mature. I can elevate and evolve yearly because I'm that type of person. I forgive and move on. Some people are just stuck in their negative, nasty way. Thank you, Sunday. I really appreciate you saying that. I really appreciate you coming on my live as well and talking to me. And I hope you find the person that you need. Hi, Colbion. You're in Milan. That's so nice. Now they're having the Winter Olympics there. Are you attending any of the events or are you there? So, going back to evil seeks evil, yes, there are people who are just, they'll see you as a nice person, they'll see you having a happy life, and they'll see you doing good, and they'll think like you're bragging, or they think that, you're just too happy. I'll come into your life and try to wreck your life. And there's people like that. They will say you're too happy, because with me, no matter what I'm going through, no one will find out because I'm always happy. I will always have a smile on my face. But people will come in and try to wreck you even when you're having a hard time. I will smile, but I go through things just like everyone else. But people who don't comprehend that you can be happy while going through something, they don't comprehend that. So they will try to come into your life to wreck your life because they carry their misery on their face. There's a lot of people who are very miserable, and they will, try to make you miserable as well. And I just want to tell people to stay away from marijuana, weed. People are thinking that relaxes or help them or keep them calm. But I feel like, based on my experiences with people, that have made people more, to me, that have made people more miserable. Um, Guys, don't forget to like my live and subscribe to my channel. So to me, that has made people more miserable. To me, when you take substances to calm you down and relax you, it will make you more miserable because you're not you will constantly need that substance to calm you. You won't be able to function on your normal, your normal frequency because you need a substance to calm or make you calm. So a lot of people think this, what they call it Mary Jane or ganja for my country, ganja, make you relax and calm. It doesn't. It has made, I don't know what they're putting in it, but it's made people very miserable, especially if their high is coming down. And that's not, it's not normal. So be careful about the people that you let enter your life. Okay. Tomorrow I don't know if I'll be able to come on live. I'm not sure. I'll try my best to come on at night when my they're probably in the evening, maybe around 9 p.m. I when my kids are in bed or something. But I don't come on every night, but I'll try to schedule it from now on. I'll see what my schedule looks like tomorrow. I'm thinking in my head what my schedule looks like, and I will try to set up a live to come on. But isn't it tomorrow already in Nigeria? Sunday, you're in Nigeria? Isn't it already tomorrow? What time is it there? It's 10:16 p.m. here where I'm from. What time is it in Nigeria? Now, guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, please. Don't forget to like my live and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like. I don't know what offensive language I have said because I speak proper. I don't speak offensive language. Oh, so it's 4 a.m. in Nigeria. I see. Okay. So, hi, Isaac Mark. How are you? Are you in Nigeria as well? So, you would come on to the live to chat like I'm talking? I'll post it onto my stories so to let you guys know that I'm on live. Don't forget to like my live. So I just talking about now. We've been talking about various topic. Hi, Isaac. I'm in Connecticut, but I'm in the United States, but I am Jamaican. I'm in the north in the United States. So it's 10:17 p.m. here. It's 17 p.m. here. So I'm just saying you have to be careful who enters your life because there's some people who, they're really miserable. They're very miserable. And guys, I have witnessed that firsthand because I am not a miserable person. My friend always tells me out of her mouth that, wow, Carla, you're very strong. you know she always say I'm very strong because some of the things when I go through stuff, she's like, I Carla, I don't know how you're still smiling or how you're still happy, because I don't let things that I go through affects me. Yes, it's a personal matter, but I don't let the things that I'm going through make put me in a depression or makes me unhappy. I have to keep going. So yes, we all go through stuff, but I have to keep going. And there's people in your life who you will be happy, but they come into your life and they're miserable. And that's why, as I've gotten older, I've learned to stick to myself because I've noticed that people temperaments, when people are going through things, most people that I know, they don't know how to internalize it. They will take it out on you. They will, yell at you and talk to you harshly. And I'm talking about friends and family members. So I I'm very to myself type of person, but I do have a lot of people who I'm close to as well. I moved to America when I was a young girl. So I grew up here. I did not grow up in Jamaica. Right. You're good. You're right, Isaac. Bad energies does affect positive. And so that's why I try to stay to myself because people have negative energy. And people will have a perception of you that sometimes is not really your character trait. And because they have that perception of you, they have flawed you. Like you're a flaw to them. Something is wrong with you. But you know what? They don't know you. They just have a projection. They have to get to know you. You have to get to know people to truly know them instead of projecting what you think that person is like. And you have to communicate with people in order to get to know them. Stop projecting how you feel about a person. How you feel about me is not how I really am. It's how you feel, how you see on the outside, but it's your portrayal and your projection. And you know what that comes from? That comes from your own insecurity. You'll project certain things on people that are not good based on your own insecurity. Trust me. Thank you, Sunday. Yep, stereotype, Isaac. It's also stereotypes and projection. You're so right. Hi, Black Smaga. How are you? You're from LA. It must be really nice in LA right now because no snow. We're getting snow up here. And I've been to LA twice. I do love Los Angeles very much. I love it. I think I would love to come back to visit. I just don't like what's the street with the homeless? I forgot. I always talk about that, but I Skid Row. I don't like Skid Row. It's snowing in Los Angeles too? Really? That you know it's snowing there. Okay, sorry. I read your comment wrong. But yes, it's snowing here, but I wish I was there now where it's not snowing. But I love LA. LA is a vibe. If I can make it's so far away from me though. I don't like the long plane ride. It's not that far, but still the hours change and everything. Oh, I love Beverly Hills. I visited and I love it there. I went the last time I've been to LA have been a long time though. I don't think I had my two younger children when I went to LA. Or did I? I'm not sure. I don't even remember. I don't think I had my youngest child and he's gonna be 10. I don't think I had him when I went to LA the last time. That's so true, Isaac. The way we perceive people is we will, right. It affects the way we communicate with them. That's so true. Okay, someone, have a great day. What will you help me with, Black Maga? I really like Beverly Hills. I don't want to be Beyonce, hon. I am Carla. I love being myself. I don't want to be anyone else but me. Good morning, Chris. Where are you located? So, yeah, if people perceive you in a negative, like, yeah, how you communicate with them will change how they see you. Because people's projection of you will change the way they communicate with you, will change the way they see you. So don't let anyone tell you who you are. People should never tell you who you are. People should never do that. You should know who you are and stand firm on who you are as a person. Don't let anyone portray their negative light. People will hate you for not liking drama. People will hate you for the worst things ever, for just you being you. They'll hate you because you have something they don't have and they don't know what it took for you to get that. And it doesn't have to be material. You know, it doesn't have to be a material item, just your energy, your essence. People will hate you for that. What is your company about? Blacks Maga? You guys can always follow me on Instagram. Sunday, thank you so much. Enjoy your night, your Sunday night. It's Sunday night here. Isaac, you're so right. And that's as you get older, I think people will understand that. People will understand that how you portray yourself, how you see yourself is the most important. If you allow others to tell you who you are, that will be a problem. If you seek validation from others to tell you who you are, there that will be a problem for you. You know, and a lot of people have this issue even at an older age. They seek a lot of validation from outside forces, from your parents, your sibling, your partner, or even your children as adults. And you cannot seek validation from other people, because then you will never be satisfied with who you are. You'll never know your true personality or your true essence if you're seeking outside validation from other people. Other people will, if you have confidence in who you are, they will try to put you down if they're insecure. If you want to do something, I remember I wanted to do something, and a family member look at me and say, oh, like they turn their nose up, saying, you know, it's impossible. You cannot do that. So that's their projection of you. They project like, oh, you're not above, you can't reach certain heights. And that's why you should never allow others to project how they're, you should never allow others to tell you who you are. I'm sorry, guys. I just had a blank. Charge your phone then, um, Sunday. Oh, that's a good business, Blacks MAGA. Oh, that's a wonderful. And I think that's so good, because I feel like a lot of people need anger management. They need help. They need emotional intelligence. They need help. The world needs help. Jeffrey Higgins, I was just in Boston, honey. I was just in Boston. I just left Boston. Blacks MAGA, that's a wonderful business. I love that idea that you're helping people. So, Jeffrey, it's supposed to snow here. I am 2 hours away from you, about 2.5 hours, and it will be snowing here. Oh my goodness. I totally agree with you, Isaac. But you know what? I think if you don't have emotional intelligence, you are you're gonna be a walking disaster on earth, because you're just gonna blow up and everything will impact you. And I feel like if people have not learned certain behaviors at a younger age, when they're older, it will be hard for them to, you know, unlearn a bad behavior or learn certain things. You know, that's why people always say when you're older, it's hard for you to change. And it's true. If someone doesn't have emotional intelligence and blow up at people when they're older, It's hard for those people to change because they think that's who they are pretty much. So you have to teach emotional intelligence with kids from their young. I feel like anger management is very important for younger kids and even adults. Adults get very angry over minor things. Blowing up at people to like 1,000% to me is anger. Like if you're yelling to the top of your voice for no reason, that is anger. You need to get help. I don't care what age you are, you have to see that something is a problem. And if someone around you is telling you, like, you have a problem, like, are you okay? And they're genuinely coming to you and say, are you okay? Are you okay? Is something going on? Because they're seeing that something is going on, something is off. Then you need to get help. A lot of people, especially in the Black or Caribbean community, they don't feel like they need help. But there's plenty of research that have been done that states that a lot of childhood trauma has affected people. And I feel like with the Caribbean background, they were affected by their parents because they were raised so harshly. If you hear of a Jamaican mom, the stereotype of a Jamaican mom, how they have raised their kids and how strict they were, I feel like they have caused lots of trauma to their children. Right, Mark. I totally agree with that. I do. Yep, you have to teach them from they're young because if you allow your child to just get angry and if your child is punching a wall, you have to get them help because those kids are too angry. And what should a child be that angry about? A child should never be angry that they're punching a wall or they're slamming a door where the door is coming off its hinges. you know that's not good. That's some type of built up anger that they need to release, and you need to talk to them and help them so that they can understand the emotions that they're feeling, because that will become dangerous as they get older. um I Okay, Isaac, I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying a parent shouldn't be strict, but I feel there's different form of strict. I feel like what some Jamaicans went through, it had nothing to do with strict. They were being abused, like pretty much abused. It's it's some form of abuse. If you're beating a child with a belt to the point where the child have a cut on their body, you really think that's strict and a beating? To me, that's child abuse, me personally. Well, that's in my opinion. If you're beating a child where a child, have to go to the hospital of a bruise, that is abuse to me. If you're calling a child stupid or slow, or you're saying you effing get on my nerves, and I've seen it from people, I've seen people just curse at their kids. To me, that's not being strict, that is being abusive. Yes, you can punish your child. I'm not saying you can't spank your child, but if you're spanking your child where they're getting a mark on their body, that is abuse. And a lot of Jamaicans went through that. A lot of Caribbean or Black people went through that form of, what do they call upbringing, where they were spanked really harsh and they were yelled at and belittled really bad, because you know what, it's like a generational curse. It started from way back then and it's come down where people have not corrected their behavior. But I do feel like we have to be strict. We cannot spare the children, but we have to learn how to do it in a certain way. We have to learn how to do it where it won't negatively affect them. It won't cause them to. So you can be strict with a child, but if you're being strict with a child and your child is now coming home late, and your child at like 16, you don't know where your child is. and you were strict with them, right? You gave them spankings, or you were strict, but the child is disobedient. You know, what can you do? You have to learn how to deal with that child in a different manner where the child is responsive to you. If you're constantly beating and belittling your child, that child is not going to come to you. That child will run to other people for the comfort they need from their parent. That child will continue to do bad. They're not going to do bad. Some kids will probably do well to try to get away from you, but some, it will affect certain children in a negative light. Some children, yes, you can be strict and spank them, and that curves the behavior. But other children, you hitting them and spanking them will teach them that violence is the answer. The way to solve a problem is by beating and hitting. You know, it depends on the child. So it depends when it comes to discipline and disciplining a child. You're not supposed to spare the child, but I feel like there's different ways of sparing the child. There's different ways. I think you have to adapt to that child. I'm not saying to let the child tell you what to do, but you have to, I think we have to adapt to the kid, adapt to that child. Like me, I have kids that have different personalities. They're all boys, and I'm a female, a very soft female. I am not I'm kind of strict. I'm not that strict, but I do punish them if they're not doing the right thing. But you have to learn your children and understand why they do the things they do. And then I think that's how, me personally, how you raise kids. You don't have to beat them. You don't have to yell at them. You don't have to belittle them. You know, you have to speak life in your children. You have to you have to make your kids have confidence in who they are. You have to comfort your children, because a lot of people, they're abusive because their parents were abusive to them. But I do agree with you. You cannot you cannot spare any child. You cannot spare them, because if you let a child get away with too much, then they will become menace to society. They will. They will become a menace to society if you don't reprimand them from when they're young. So, yes, I agree. You cannot spare the child. So, Black Smaga, I will definitely I am you, but I won't be in LA. I do appreciate your business, but I won't be in LA. And how will that align with me? But I feel like your business is very good. It's good for the youth. Do you actually, I think the youth need help, especially black boys without fathers in their home. I feel like they need they need a father figure. They have the Big Brother and Big Sister program, but they need a different type of program for these boys. I feel like these boys need love. And sometimes there's so much pressure on the single mothers that they don't know how to show these boys love, and their way of raising them is very hard. So they definitely need like a man empowerment group to give them confidence, to teach them how to be men, to teach them how to maneuver in society, you know, and to be good men in society. So that's pretty much how I feel about these young boys I was watching a podcast, and they were talking about a guy before he was 12 years old, a black boy. He was arrested 111 times. 111 times. And to me, if a kid is in that position, they have no love, they have no guidance, they have no one guiding them. So they definitely need people. I would love for, you know, a community outreach program for black for black boys without a father. I think it's a stigma for them not to have a father, and for them to be raised by a single mother household. But I feel like the society, the collective needs to help these black youths become great men in society. We should never look down on single parenthood, never look down on a young black male not having a father. We should help them, guide them, protect them. That's pretty much how I feel, because I feel like the stigma of being a single parent is so negative when it doesn't have to be negative. Sometimes things happen. It's not just they don't have a father because they break up. Sometimes the father is truly not here because the father is no longer on earth. And so the father is not here to be a father. Or, something happened where the father is incarcerated and they're not here. But we can help these youths to become better. We can help these kids to become better instead of them being menace to society. We all have to join together to help them, you know? And Black's MAGA business is very good to me, because this is why I'm talking about this topic, because I feel like there's a lot of stigma on black men, and I'm raising boys, and I would love for them to be, no, I know, well, my boys will be great men in society. So because of how I raised them, I set them up to be a certain way. They have to do certain things. My older son said I was very strict with him because I did not allow him to go to this person's house to sleep over and that person's house. And it was because I was guarding you for what was out there. I was guarding you, protecting you to become a wonderful guy. And Jon Snow, how are you? Don't forget to light my life tonight, okay? I was guarding him to become a wonderful guy. And I feel like we need to help the youth. Adults need to help the youth. They need to stop having the youths. A lot of kids are attracted to these bad music. Thank you so much. Thank you. A lot of kids, even though they're raised in suburban areas, a lot of these black boys, they're attracted to these rappers with the rappers and the words that they're saying, and they don't understand. So you as a parent have to raise your kids and teach them that some of the words that these rappers are saying, it's not good for you. It's not good. You have to decipher and explain that they should not be listening to that type of music. And so I have to explain to my children certain music is not for your lifestyle. You don't live it, and you're not supposed to sing those songs because you don't know anything about, HOE. The songs have holes in it. You don't know anything about that, and you shouldn't be singing that. So don't listen to that music and don't bring that music in my house. So I try my best to help them to listen to positive things and have more confidence in who they are and just know themselves. So, Jon Snow, so what? What are you saying? Sunday Williams, if you're sleepy, go to sleep. I know it's late in your country. You have to teach these kids how to be better youths. And we also have to have discernment of who we're letting, just like we have discernments of who we're letting into our life, we have to have discernment of who we allow in our children's life. You have to monitor the friends that your kids have, and you have to know what they're talking about, because people will deter, just like people don't like your personality, they will dislike your kids too. Because kids are so naive. You have to definitely help them and teach them. Okay, it's very late in Ghana, so I do understand. And it's late here. And you know what, guys? I do thank you for coming on. And don't forget to like my live. You're right, Isaac. It's very much up to them, but you have to teach them from a younger age to discern and what to do. Because, yes, once they leave your nest, you cannot. And when they're at school, you're not there. And when they're at certain places, you're not there. So, but my kids are young, so they go to school and then they're home. And when they're at school, you're right. They pretty much have no protection from parents. So you have to teach them and have discernment. You have to teach them not to be bullies and to watch the company they keep. But with my kids, I have a tight grip on them, and we have to. You have to. It's not the same in these times, so you have to be very worried about how kids are raised. It's not the same. Our parents had a tight grip back then, and we have to be very careful with our kids. And I always talk about on my life to make sure if you have children, keep them busy, keep them in activities. Oh, I love that, Isaac. I love that. And I have to definitely, let my kids know that. So I like the way you put that. And yeah, I will definitely teach them that way. Right. I love that. Every action have a consequences. And that's when I was talking about people who don't care about karma. They really don't care about the consequences of their actions because maybe those kids were not reprimanded, they were spoiled. And whether their consequences are good or bad, these people don't care because they don't care. It's I was talking about how you should not care about how people feel about you or how people see you. However, sometimes that could be a detriment because some people have negative personality traits. They're negative and they do negative actions and they don't care how the world sees them. It's very bad, but they still do it. And it's like they still face reality because I don't know. Those people I believe are true narcissists because they do bad things. People see it and they don't care. They don't care about their bad actions. So to me, in my mind, or based on my knowledge of narcissists, those people would be narcissists. Right. It is a double-edged sword, right? We can't care about what people think, but if you're out there doing bad, you should care. If you're being a bully in front of others, you should care about you being a bully. You should not be a bully. You really think a good person can be a narcissist? Narcissists, I don't think are good people. I really don't think so. Me personally, based on those personality traits, I don't think a narcissist. I have to research on that one. I have to research if a narcissist can be a good person because a narcissist is a bad trait. So, how can that be a good person? But I would have to research that narcissists to me are not good people. I think they're delusional and they're highly character flawed. Their character are very flawed narcissists. They're very flawed character trait. If you tell them something is wrong, they're not going to listen to you because that's who they are. They don't care about anyone but themselves. Okay, Isaac, look at this definition of a narcissist. Look at what a narcissist is and tell me if based on that, considered, that's, look at their characters. Look at the character trait of a narcissist, Isaac, if you're still on the live. That is not a definition of a good person. That cannot be a good person. An individual with an excessive pathological preoccup- occup- preoccupation with themselves, that cannot be a good person. You know, look at that definition. There's no way a narcissist is a good person. That is a very bad character trait. And I've never heard someone say a narcissist is a good person. Cannot. A narcissist cannot be a good person. So I think people who are narcissists are just in their own head and in their own world, and it cannot be changed. A lot of them have a sense of entitlement. They think everything is about them, and see, they need special treatment all the time. It's not good. They have to exploit people. They're just not good people. They're not it cannot Good people don't have these traits. Good people do not have these traits. I'm so sorry. Good people don't have the traits of a narcissist. Most narcissists are bad people. And that's why most narcissists are the ones doing things that are not good. They're not good. So I would disagree that to state that narcissist people are good people. I have to disagree with you when you say narcissists are good and bad people, because I don't feel like a good person have a narcissistic trait at all. So I don't believe that. Okay, so I think people who are really, no matter what, you tell them that something is wrong with and I'm not saying that people can't be who they are, but if who you are is a detriment to other people, you have to try to fix that flaw in yourself. If who you are is a detriment to your family, to your kids, to your friends around you, you have to fix that flaw. If you're a parent who's very verbally abusive to your kids, you're calling your kids names like slow, retarded, idiot, that is a bad personality trait. You have to fix that. Yes, I understand some parents curse at their kids. Like, that's their normal way of speaking. But do you think that's appropriate? It's up to the parent, up to the household. I can't say what people do. To me, I don't agree with cursing at your kids or using curse words, because they have to learn how to talk appropriately. And when they learn those things from you, then they're going to go in public and use it to other kids. And then the teachers are going to call you and you're going to be like, what? My kid said that? So that's what I mean about being verbally abusive. You can't verbally abuse a child. You can't do that. You can't, if you're doing an action that's a detriment to someone else and the person tells you, oh, you're a detriment to me. Like, what you're doing is hurting me. What you're saying is hurting me. And you continue to say and do the thing that the person dislikes, then you have to be a narcissist. Like, what type of person can you be? Or you really don't truly care about that person. Because if you're doing something wrong and someone is telling you, oh, stop that, I don't like that, and you keep doing it as a friend, as a sibling, as a partner, as a child, then no, I don't think that's good. I think that's very bad. So yes, a good person can is not narcissistic in my opinion. And based on that definition on Google, no, a good person is not narcissistic. Most narcissists are bad people. They do things and have a sense of entitlement, you know? So If you think a narcissist is good, then that's based on that's okay. That's how you feel. But based on the definition that I just, and it's facts based on Google, I don't agree with narcissists being good. And guys, please don't forget to like my live and subscribe to my channel. But I don't feel like narcissists are good people. So, with that said, guys, learn not to be a narcissist. Learn not to feel like everything revolve around you. And learn to be nice to others verbally and emotionally. People are going through a lot and they just need support from others. A lot of people in this world are going through a lot, and a lot of people need love. So, we need to spread love. Let's all spread the love. Shine your light into someone's life. People need light. They need a ray of sunshine. They don't need darkness. You don't need to be a narcissist. You don't need to be a bully. You don't need to be a verbal abuser. You need to be a nice person in people's lives. You need to be a light. You need to help others build confidence. If people need help, you need to help them. Help others. So that's why we're on earth. And I strongly believe that there's a lot of people who think hurting others is the way to go, using others is the way to go, abusing others is the way to go. But definitely not the way to go. We have to treat others how we want to be treated, and we have to be nice to others. So, guys, please don't forget to like my live and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. But yeah, that's the way to go, is to be a proper human being on earth. But sometimes there's people on earth who are not proper, and they will never be proper because we all were raised differently. And that's how I feel. That's how I feel. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful night. I hope you guys are having a wonderful night. And I really enjoy the topics that we talked about today. And I hope, I will have to say I have to go because look at the time. It's 11 p.m. now, almost 2 minutes, 10:58. But I do thank you guys. Hi, Charles from Uganda. I thank you guys for coming on to my live. I hope you have a wonderful night. And I hope I see you guys soon. Maybe tomorrow I'll come on, but I'll schedule it ahead of time, guys. But now I have to try to go get some rest because your girl is tired. I am tired. I need to go get rest and I need to get some sleep tonight. So we're snowed in, but some of us still have to work. So, guys, have a great night and thank you for coming on. I bless you and thank you. Have a good night. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.